Hi guys, this is Ken. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about unlearning some harmful beliefs that we picked up along the way. So I'm going to be talking about the things I genuinely believed for the longest time and that I had to unlearn. Um, yeah, to become the healthiest version of myself. And I think I'm still unlearning a lot of those things. So I actually, funnily enough, I had to ask my mom for permission to talk about some things because because it's part of our story as well. So I'd ask her, I'd be like, Mom, um I'm gonna do a video and I may talk about ABC, and she said, Ken, it's your story, it's fine. Say whatever you wanna say. I was like, maybe don't say that. um but yeah, she said it's fine. I can speak on it because it is true. It really is my story, though. It is the things that happened to the both of us, but they also did happen to me. So, growing up, right? My mom and dad, they divorced. They separated. I think I was 2 or 3, and then my mom got remarried almost immediately. She got remarried, and she got married to my stepdad, and she had to move. At the time, she was staying in hometown in Chirezi, where I was born. That's where she was staying, and then she moved. She moved to Harare, where she was staying with my stepdad. That's when they got married, and that's when they had my amazing, amazing, amazing little sister. So who was born in 2008, and I was born in 2004, which means I was 3 when they got married. So yeah, so that was that. And at the very start, it was great. It was great. From as much as I can remember, it was good. It was okay. And I've also asked her this thing. I've also asked her, Mom, things were really horrible. Like, were there no red flags? Like in the beginning, did you not see that this person was going to be abusive? And she said, no. At the very start, he was a very good man. He was perfect. So she says. She said he was perfect at the very start, and then things changed. After she had the baby and whatnot. But she still maintains that when during the courtship, there would be instances where she would see some subtle signs of control and whatnot. But still, she just thought, you know what? No, everyone, no one is perfect, and this is something my mom does a lot. She sees the best in people, which is sometimes to her own undoing. So they got married, yeah, and needless to say, it wasn't great for me or my mom. And to this day, whenever I do think about the past, I never think, oh, I wish I'd never been hit. I always think, you know what, I wish my mom had never been hit, because watching that, watching your mom get brutalized, it 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 ruins you. it like genuinely, it messes you up in ways nothing else can truly describe, in ways that are unimaginable. Because to this day, whenever I think of every horrible thing that has happened, that image of my mom being hit, of my mom having like bloodshot eyes, like her eyes being like red, and when, for example, there was this one time when she had broken ribs, those things, they never left me. I still think about those things. But more often than not, I think about how powerless I felt, because when you're watching your mom getting brutalized, and you are a child, and so there's nothing you can do. That is not fun. That is not fun at all, because in that moment you think, please just hit me, do not touch my mom, just hit me, just do it to me, do everything to me, I can take it. And you're a child, you obviously cannot take it, you will die. But still, you're like, please do not touch my mom, just do everything to me. And I remember this one time, my friend, my childhood friend, she had a birthday party, and so and we're also in the same grade. She had a birthday party at her house, so I went there with my mom. And then my mom said, "Oh, since there are kids your age, you can stay behind and you can come home later on." So I stayed behind and we're having fun, and then I went back home, right? Because there was this rule about time. There was this rule about time where you would say by 6 p.m. everyone should be inside. And actually, no, no, that was actually later on. At the very start, we were not allowed to go outside. Even my mom, she wasn't allowed to go outside the gate. So we would stay in the gate. Whenever I would come back from school, I go inside and I don't go out. That was just that was just the norm, right? And so that one time, I stayed past the time, right? Because if he gave permission for us to go out, it would be for us to come back no later than 6. So that one time, my mom left me at the party and said, "Oh, since there are people your age, you can stay behind." I stayed behind. I then went back home and I slept. And the next day in the morning, he called me. My stepdad, he called me to the bedroom. So I went in, and of course, whenever he would call me, I would get scared. I would be thinking, "What have I done? What have I done?" But because my mom had said, "Oh, you can stay," I assumed that she spoke to him and everything was fine. So at that point, I wasn't afraid at all. I didn't think anything was gonna happen. But then, but then I go into the bedroom and he asked me like, "What time did you come back home?" I said, "Oh, I think I came at 8 p.m." And before I could like finish talking, he started hitting me. He slapped me. I fell, and then took his belt. He was hitting me with his belt. And so as he was hitting me in the bedroom. It was like by the door, right? So I couldn't really escape. As he was hitting me, when I got a chance, I ran out. I ran out to find my mom. I was like, "Mom, mom, mom." No, actually, no, no, no. I wanted to run out, but I couldn't. And then my mom was also coming. So my mom came in and she said, "I'm the one who told him to stay out late because they were kids his age. So if you want to hit someone, hit me." And guess what this person did? He hit her. Like she said, "If you're gonna hit someone, hit me." And he did that. He started hitting her, hitting her, hitting her, started hitting her. And at this point, I am just a mess. I am crying. I am crying, crying, crying. I'm crying. And his brother's wife was with staying with us at the time. She's also like begging, like, "Brother-in-law, like, please stop hitting her, stop hitting her." And at this point, everything was outside now. But like I said before, we had a gate, so it was the whole the whole house was yeah, there was a gate. So it was outside by the lawn, and I still remember my mom was wearing this black skirt, this long black skirt with like lines of red, right? And so she's laying by she's laying on the lawn, and she like it takes like a huge like branch from the tree. It was a peach tree. It takes and it starts like stabbing her like at the back, and I could see like blood, like blood on her back. As she was doing that, I could see like blood, gush of blood, because she's light skin. You could like see like the red, like the red. You could like literally see like blood. Yeah. So and in this whole thing, my mom is not even making a sound. I'm the only one who's crying, who is an absolute mess. I am losing it. I am crying. My mom is silent. She is so silent, and he keeps hitting her. And my mom says, um, she says to my aunt, his younger brother's wife. My mom says, "Open the gate so people see what a piece of shit." And then she said his name. "What a piece of shit dash insert name is." And he was like, he looked just like, and he was and he's he was a very scary person. He still is, but I'm not afraid of him anymore. No, I'm not a child anymore, thank God. So he like looked at us like very threatening and said, "If you open that gate," he said, "If you open that gate." And so I got scared and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move. I had to watch my mom, um, all that happened to my mom and stuff. And yeah, this was just an example of me feeling powerless and feeling like I couldn't protect my mom and feeling like really this was my life and I had no control. And that feeling, you would think, oh, it was just one moment, but somehow that that powerlessness, it followed me to this day. I have I've had that sense of powerlessness many a times. And so I've always tried to control things. I think I became a little bit of a control freak and a little bit stubborn. That I don't want people to control me and stuff. Because control to me feels like I'm back in that place again. When I don't feel like I have an option or a choice to do something else, and everything is just it's just on the everything is just in one line, and there's no way to swerve out and whatnot. I feel trapped, and I feel like I am back in that same same place. And also, um, speaking of that, I I also had to realize that ugh, this is gonna sound kind of sad, but when someone who is a parental figure, right? Because this is someone I'm growing up with. When someone like that yells at you and they hit you, right? No one being hit thinks, oh, this person must love me so much. That's why they're hitting me. No one thinks that. But it gets a little bit confusing when that same person, they hit you today. And then tomorrow, they are so nice to you, right? You get so confused. You get so confused because you don't know anymore. You think this person does not love me at all. Otherwise, they would not be yelling at me. Otherwise, they would not be hitting me or making me feel so bad about myself. But then, when they treat you so amazingly, when they treat you like a human, you get confused. You start thinking, oh, maybe they do love me. And then they hit you again, like, no, they don't. Then they are nice again. And so you get so confused. I got so confused many times. I would think, okay, so does this person actually care? And then because I had lost my dad, right? I had lost my dad at that point because I was 9 when my dad died. And and at that point I knew there was no escaping. I thought, okay, no one is gonna save me. This is my life now. So I was trying to do everything right so that I could, because I was, but in my head I was thinking, if I can do everything right, if I can listen to everything he says and do everything before I even ask them of me, if I can do everything right, then I won't get hit, I won't get yelled at, then everything will be fine, and then you act like my dad. Yeah, because at that point I think I just wanted a father. I think I just wanted a dad like my dad, because my father was a really good man. He was an amazing human being. So I was just thinking, you know what? Maybe if I do everything right, and if I can try to, yeah, if I can try to be the person he needs me to be, then he will treat me like his son. Then I'll be okay. Then I can maybe have some version of my dad back, right? But no, that is not what happened at all. It just got me to a point where I feel like I lost myself because I was trying to earn his love. I was trying to earn his love, trying to earn that place of being a son to him. But in the end, I just I just felt even more inadequate and like I wasn't enough, like I wasn't worthy of being loved. Because whenever he would yell at me or whenever he would hit me, and these are things that my own father never did to me, whenever he would do that, I would think, okay, maybe I deserve to be hit. And so I would justify it. I would tell myself, okay, he hit you because you are stupid. He hit you because you don't listen. He hit you because you are freaking dumb and you fail at school and you cannot do anything right. That is why he's hitting you. So you deserve it. He's hitting you because you deserve it. Yeah, he's helping you. You should be hit. You should be told you're stupid. You should be told all these things, right? And so for the longest time, that became the voice in my head. Just and I think that's when I started being so self-critical. I don't know if I've always been, but for as long as I can remember, I've always been self-critical. And it's almost like he became my inner voice. And thank God for my mom though, because I think after he left, I think my mom's voice started drowning out his, and so I became more confident, and I started holding on. I was standing my ground, and realizing that okay, I do not have to end love, and people who make me feel like I have to end love are not the people for me, and I am enough just as I am, and I'm good enough, and I don't really need anyone anyone to love me. I don't need that. I can love myself. That is absolutely enough. So I owe this to my mom. I owe this to my mother so much because I yeah I felt incredibly broken for so long, and I think it's because of her always being being someone who always built me. She would always have something really good to say. She never cut me down, like, ever. And I think, unfortunately, I think a part of the reason why my mom became so laid back and tried to let me do everything, tried to have me a freedom after he left, is because I think a part of her blamed herself. So she tried to sort of undo the past, sort of, no, not undo, just try to make the present a little bit better, because she knew that the past was already, yeah. I think she realized that the past could not be changed, that everything that it happened, and its effects would probably linger on for the longest time. But she did her best to try to make her own voice stand individually in my head, and to drown out sounds those horrible sounds that gave me so much self-doubt. So yeah, yeah, this is just one of the few things I have had to unlearn. You do not have to end love at all. You do not, and you will always be enough. You do not have to prove. You do not have to prove to anyone that you are worthy of love, right? Same way with kindness. Be kind to everyone, but do not waste time trying to prove it. The people who know you and the people who feel you, because it is the easiest thing to feel when someone is genuinely kind, and when someone is just being performative, because that is also a thing. People sometimes are performative about their kindness. They have selective kindness. So you should never feel like you have to show that you are a good person. You do not have to do that at all. You do not have to do that, and you will breathe a little easier when you let go of that belief. And also, no one who hates you loves you. That is just, there's no question about that. No one who hates you loves you. No one who verbally abuses you loves you. They do not. No one who causes you pain loves you. Okay? Love should not hurt. And if someone, and of course, I'm not saying that no, that the people who love you will not hurt you in some ways. No, that is just life. It happens. Just like I have caused some people pain, but let's say place someone who is a horrible person and someone who is a good person is taking accountability, and and actually being afraid of causing pain to other people. Okay, because the moment you do not fear that, the moment you are okay with someone crying, the moment you're okay with someone being in pain because of you, yeah, there's no saving you. There's just, yeah, at that point, it's just, yeah, no, you're a lost cause. So yeah, I've had to unlearn a lot of things I learned, because for the longest time, I thought if I did everything right, uh, then it would protect me from abuse. It would protect me from feeling so unworthy, from feeling like I wasn't enough, like I deserved the pain. There's no excuse for someone hitting you. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for someone to put you down every single time. The people who love you should not do that to you. If they're doing that to you, absolutely run away because you will spend years and years trying to put back the pieces that you didn't break. So yeah, be kind to yourself. That is the most important thing. Be very kind to yourself, and yeah, be very kind to yourself, because that the most horrible thing. This is the saddest thing I've realized. A lot of people who are kind to other people are not very kind to themselves. And so I started doing this thing because I was also one of those people where I would wish everyone the very best. Where I would wake up and I want everyone to be happy always, and I try to be better every day because I know I'm not perfect and I make mistakes, and so I try to learn from those mistakes. And when I go out in the world, I don't want anyone to ever be in pain because of me, because I know what that feels like, and so I would never want anyone to be crying because of me. But at the same time, I would also be very critical of myself, so I couldn't really extend that kindness to myself. It was very easy to be kind to everyone else except me. So that is something I also had to learn, that I can also be kind to myself, and that is also something I had to unlearn, that I don't have to just be kind to everyone else except me. That I am this horrible, horrible person who doesn't deserve the same compassion that I will happily give to everyone else. So yeah. Oh, this video has been too long. I'm so sorry. People are gonna fall asleep watching this. But yeah, these are just a couple of the things that I had to unlearn. I had to unlearn. There's still a lot that I'm still unlearning, and each day I try to be a little bit better to myself, not only to other people but also to myself, because I'm also human and I also deserve kindness and compassion. And I realize I should not be so hard on myself, because it's my first time living too, just like everyone else. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next time. And if you're new here, and even if you're not new, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.